We got into a brawl. We got into a fight. Get into a fight. Look, we are engaged in combat. He was about to attack the referee, but he missed him by about 3 feet. So he just said, "Here's the referee." Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Tyler Marsh was just kicked out of this match. He can rush up on that referee, and I don't mind. I am aware that it appears frightening. It appears frightful. Up to the referee, of course. He must be restrained. Dude, look at him. The guy runs. Angel Reese. Must restrain him. Tyler, you were hot. Damn you. Unexpectedly, the WNBA is currently embroiled in one of its most contentious issues to date. According to reports, Angel Reese's coach hit a referee, prompting the league to open an immediate inquiry. Is there illicit betting going on behind closed doors in the WNBA, among its executives, in the front office of some of these clubs, among referees, officials, and players? There need to be an inquiry into that. Take a look at Tyler Marsh. Come on over here. That is what I am referring to. Hey, that doesn't matter to me. You all assumed responsibility for officiating these games. How come you don't call anything while standing directly beneath the rim? You're just standing there while Aaliyah Edwards actually has your homegirl in a bear grip. When Tyler Marsh ran up on the referee for failing to call an evident foul, he was ultimately dismissed. You can watch this here. Visit Ariel Atin. Boom. They pass. He's covered in Aaliyah Edwards. Just beneath the rim is the referee. Take a look at Tyler Marsh. Come on over here, as if that's what I'm discussing. Watch him as he runs to the referee. He confronted the referee directly. They are going to argue. You have heart, don't you, Tyler Marsh? You're sick of losing. You are aware that your employment is ending. I'm crashing out, he said. In any case, they are going to fire me. Watch him as he runs to the referee. Oh my. Bro, he got right in the referee's face. Take a look. They're going to fight, I see. You have some heart, don't you, Tyler Marsh? You're sick of losing. You are aware that your employment is ending. He said, I'm crashing out. They about to fire me. H, watch him over here. Watch how he takes off with the official. And look at that hand. Of course, he gets tossed out of the game. Making it clear, I'm in no way condoning going after an official, but we've got to talk about why this happened. Tyler Marsh is absolutely correct to be upset when no whistle was blown. Let's look at that again. Watch him over here. Watch how he takes off with the official. And look at that hand. And of course, he gets tossed out of the game. So, making it clear, I'm in no way condoning going after official running up on him in that way. However, we've got to talk about why this happened. So first, we're going to look back at what did happen. Aaliyah Edwards grips her up, both hands on her, and fouls right there. She lets her go because she's expecting a foul call. This referee, right here, does nothing. He is looking dead at it, and they do nothing. That is obvious. And Tyler Marsh loses his cool, rightfully so. And I believe that's E will going down the paint. Bounce passes, he's in the middle of the lane, and Aaliyah Edwards grips her up, both hands on her. So Aaliyah Edwards is clearly fouling. He will right there because she fouls her and lets her go because she's expecting the foul. Aaliyah Edwards is expecting. This guy right here does nothing. He is looking dead at it. She is looking dead at it. And they do nothing. Right up to the referee. He's got to be held back. Look at him sprint. Furious. Angel Reese hopping off the bench, pulling him back, teammates joining in to stop him. Tyler Marsh wasn't just mad. He was exploding after yet another obvious foul was ignored. That excuse just doesn't really fly with me too much, to be honest with you. But let's continue, shall we? Because Tyler Marsh loses his he loses his mind. Boom. Right up to the referee. He's got to be held back. Look at him, dude. Dude. Does a sprint. Does the whole he's furious. I hear you, Tyler Marsh. I'd be furious too. We have Angel Reese hopping off the bench, pulling him back. Michaela Onwetty hopping off the bench, pulling him back. Courtney Vanderloot. Look at him. He's up and he charges the ref. Tyler Marsh crashes out, losing his mind and going at the referee. It almost looked like he was throwing a punch at the ref, but he wasn't because he missed him by a few feet. Still, the scene showed how far his frustration went. Throwing a punch at the ref, but he wasn't because he missed the ref by like 3 foot. And he just, right here's the ref. All right. There's one of the main assaulters in the league right there, Marina Miaberry. So you're going to see Tyler Marsh. There he is. He comes in, right? The referee just stood there as Chicago's player was grabbed and mugged under the basket. Tyler Marsh exploded, storming at the referee in full rage. It wasn't just a technical, it was an ejection waiting to happen. And the coach showed no hesitation in confronting the official, and it was like, yo, where's the foul? He's immediately swarming over there, asking, hey, what's wrong with you, bro? That was a foul. Get yourself together and get out of here. Do you hear me, sir? What's wrong with you? Not understanding that this is a foul, and I would go out the bat too, because this what leaders do. I mean not act outrageously, like this, but I would go to the sideline, go to the corner, but stay out of bounds and be like, hey buddy, that was a foul. You know what I'm saying? Marsh had to be restrained after charging toward the referee. Players rushed in, Angel Reese included, to hold their coach back. The crowd gasped as it looked like Marsh might actually throw a punch. And that's when the referees quickly tossed him from the game. And there's Tyler Marsh running over. Referee got scared out of his shoes. Throws him out the game. I'd love to hear what Tyler Marsh had to say to him. I would have loved to be a fly in that arena listening to what Tyler Marsh had to say. What were the choice words, Tyler? That's my question. What were the choice words? And can I write those down? Officials failed to blow the whistle when a blatant foul occurred, and that's when Tyler Marsh lost control. He ran straight for the referee, pointing and shouting in his face. Security and his own players had to intervene before it escalated further, but the damage was already done in the second quarter on a clear foul, and I swear to God, I thought he was about to punch that ref. It was close. It was close. What I mean by the way he got to the point of it was referee could have squared up on him too, and it could have turned into a fight, but thankfully that didn't happen nonetheless. Tyler Marsh had a crash. Fans were stunned as Marsh went after the referee. The ejection came instantly after his outburst. This moment became the headline. Angel Reese's coach nearly came to blows with an official, forcing the league to step in with an urgent investigation. He wanted all the smoke. All the smoke. Tyler Moss. He ran a 4.5. Bro, 44.45, bro. That's how quick he erupted, and it escalated. Angel Reese on his man back trying to hold him back. Look, bro. This is thug life. He from the streets. He got ejected, in which Connecticut almost lost this game. Chicago came all the way back, but in the end, they still fell short. The entire fourth quarter was tense, but Marsh's ejection changed the atmosphere completely, reminding everyone how serious this clash with the referee had been. Once the game was over, the game was over. He got ejected, in which Connecticut, almost lost his game. Chicago wind up coming all the way back. I watched the fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? But they lost right at the end. It was damn near a 4-point game in the fourth. And from there, Connecticut just held on Marina. Maybe I hit a 3. And from there, it was just yeah, it's kind of over. We are lucky he did not swing because he probably would have floored him. Tyler Marsh showed some composure in that moment, but it could have gotten very ugly very fast. Kathy Engelbert, you need to do something about this league and these referees. Man, he was ready, man. Oh my God. We are lucky you did not swing because you probably would have floored him. We are lucky you had some sort of self-control in that moment, and you didn't let your hands go because it could have got ugly in there. That could have got very ugly very fast. T was hard being in the back and not being out there for the team. Part of me felt like I was letting them down, but the other half of me was I had to. It's been egregious all year. Breaking point. You guys saw it. It was clear as day. It's been egregious all year. Remember I did a video about that? Stephanie White used that pretty early in the season as well. Egregious. These referees have been responsible for fights breaking out, missed opportunities, and even games being lost. Their ineptitude has ruined the game to the point where frustration boils over. Marsh's explosion was just the latest example of how bad officiating impacts everyone on the floor. From everything with these missed calls or just out and out willingly, to just ignore the obvious to even everything they doing, all of a sudden, Paige Beckers is getting all of these calls. And again, the big guy in the sky don't lie. They're horrible missed calls, phantom fouls, all of that type of stuff. And again, I understand that some players get the calls. I understand all of that, but when it's so obvious, It's not even funny. I feel like we've been given the short end of the stick all year. Every time that I've gotten a tech the struggle, but referees don't. I feel like we've been given a short end of the stick all year. And every time that I've gotten attacked this year has been in support of our players. And I think that if not the most respectful coach to the officiating crew, I don't know who it is in the league. And with our record and the amount of losses that we have, never do I come up here and blame the refs for our situation. He comes in and charges up on the ref. The arm came out, and that was enough for the referee to throw him out instantly. Fans could see the anger all over Marsh's face. The WNBA's officiating once again took center stage for all the wrong reasons. There's the arm come out. All right, look how far away he is. And of course, this referee. Oh, now. You're seeing stuff. Now it's Stevie Wonder. Now you're seeing stuff. Ray Charles, now you're seeing stuff. After the confrontation, security had to step in quickly. Players stood around in shock, not sure if things were going to escalate. The referees huddled together, and the game was delayed as the situation calmed down. It was clear this incident would be talked about long after the final buzzer. Well, I should say defensive line in football because he's trying to block the offensive player, which in this case is Coach Tyler Mars because he's trying to get around to absolutely sack the WBA referee as if the WNBA referee is a quarterback. When Trust Arena Sky versus the Sun. The Sky's Elizabeth Williams drive to the basket, a routine play. Commentators pointed out that the league has had problem after problem with officials this year. Marsh's reaction was extreme, but it highlighted the lack of trust in referees. Coaches, players, and even fans feel the games are out of control. And this was the breaking point. This is how you have to deal with these referees. You got to understand these referees are atrocious. They're horrible. But some coaches sit back and let them be horrible or hope that they'll stop being horrible or try to reason with them to not be horrible. And there's other coaches that demand better from them and won't take anything less from the officials. Kathy had the audacity to say the only people complaining about referees are the ones losing. But we've heard champions like New York Liberty and Minnesota Lynx also say the refs are terrible. Even top stars have gone after officials. And that shows the problem is bigger than one coach losing his cool. We done heard the champions, the New York Liberty state the referees suck. We done seen the Minnesota Lynx say the referees suck. What are we talking about? The Atlanta Dream. We've seen Brittany Griner going back and forth approaching referees. What are we talking about? The Phoenix Mercury. These are all the top teams. Someone has always said something about the referees. We've seen Kelsey Plum at the podium in tears. Caitlin Clark voicing frustrations. Gabby Williams too. This isn't just Tyler Marsh. Example after example proves that the referees are a league-wide embarrassment. The WNBA must clean this up. We've seen Kelsey Plum at the podium in tears damn near. We've seen Caitlin Clark at the podium. We've seen Gabby Williams at the... it's just example after example after example. Our players continually have to answer when they don't play well. Coaches around the league answer when decisions don't work out. But referees, they face no accountability. And that's why situations like Marsh's outburst happen, because frustration builds with no outlet. Like he said, no accountability. When we're held accountable as players and coaches, officials, no accountability. And it gets frustrating. And when you infuriating even, and when you don't have anything on the line other than, okay, I gotta pay a fine at some point. Well, the breaking point is what he said. I understand why people say there's a conspiracy with the commissioner and referees. If you claim to be good at your job, at least do it. But these refs don't. Missed calls, phantom fouls, ignored plays, it all piles up until a coach like Marsh explodes. When it's obvious stuff like that, I do not understand what these referees are doing. The officiating is ruining what's the over-under for foul calls in this game. That's how suspicious it feels. People are openly questioning if gambling or under-the-table betting is affecting referees. When fans are saying that, the league has to investigate before credibility is completely destroyed. That excuse just doesn't really fly with me too much, to be honest with you. But let's continue, shall we? Because Tyler Marsh loses his mind. Boom. Right up to the referee. He's got to be held back. Look at him, dude. Dude, does a sprint. Does the whole he's furious? I hear you, Tyler Marsh. I'd be furious too. The refs ignored the mugging that happened in front of them, but they had 20/20 vision the moment Marsh stormed at them. That double standard is what infuriates players and fans alike. How can you run a professional league this way? But you saw that? I mean, you're out there. You're literally looking up refereeing like Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder. You can't see nothing. Your eyes look like Al Pacino and Son of a Woman. I ain't see nothing but boy the coach come in. All of a sudden, your ass got 20/20 vision. Imagine that. After the game, analysts said the WNBA cannot keep ignoring these issues. Coaches are risking suspensions. Players are at risk of injury and fans are losing faith. The Marsh incident may be the flashpoint that forces change at the top. This was a player getting mugged on her way to the hoop and the referees just let it slide. And don't just take my word for it, because after the game, the official crew, Chief Eric Bruton, admitted it in the pool report. He said, and this is his words, "This isn't the first time Connecticut games ended in controversy with the same referees involved." Marsh even pointed out the league kept sending the same officials back. That pattern raises serious questions and strengthens the case for an urgent investigation. Demand that they see the things that the point of emphasis, because if I'm the coach for this team, what I think is what I want from the referee is different than the other coach. Though I demand if I'm coaching one team that I feel like our bigs are not, getting calls. Commentators said the WNBA's reputation is on the line. If the league fails to act, more coaches could erupt, and worse incidents could follow. Fans are already questioning the legitimacy of outcomes when officiating is this bad. And there's been some bad blood between these two teams. There's been some chippiness between these two teams. This is Bria Hartley yanked Angel Reese's hair. They don't like each other. I mean, I'm at this point where I don't know who likes who in the WNBA. Really, there's always seems to be some level of chippiness and pettiness. Somebody's going to get hurt. That's the reason why things are flying onto the court. Probably aiming for the referees. Clean this up. Tyler Marsh, you are an elite D1 crash out. 5 stars. You lucky you showed some composure, so I ain't going to have to give because somebody going to get hurt. That's the reason why you got flying sex objects landing on the court. They probably trying to hit the referees. For real. For real. Clean this up. Tyler Mark, you are an elite D1 crash out. 5 star. You get top NIL dollar with your crash out. This league has to figure out what kind of identity it wants. Do you want to be taken seriously? WNBA. Then invest in quality officiating. The officiating is ruining the WNBA. These obvious missed calls make the league look like a joke. This is what happens. This league is going to have to figure out what kind of identity it wants to have. Do you want to be taken seriously, WNBA? Because if so, you're going to have to invest in quality officiating. The referees, the officiating is ruining. I'm a Tyler Marsh fan. I liked his actions. I like what he said even more. I liked his actions, and I like what he said even more. I liked his actions, and I liked what he said even more. Tyler Marsh stood up for his team. This isn't just one game. It's the future of fairness in the WNBA. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more updates.